blood sugar and binge eating, hunger and fullness signals, dysregulation, and extra food on bright line eating. We're going to talk about these topics today, so let's dive in. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Angela. I upload every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you in your weight loss journey, especially if you have binge eating disorder like I do, or if you do the Bright Line Eating Plan, and if you just have any other issues like you exercise, whatever. I'm here to help you just because I do a lot of research and reading, watching videos, and anything that I learn that I find resonates with me or is really helpful to me, I want to share it with you in a kind of summary so that you don't have to go read all the books that I'm reading, watch all the videos I'm watching. I just want to summarize what I'm learning and the things that I think are the most impactful. I read this statement in the Brain Over Binge Recovery Guide by Katherine Hansen. You've heard me talk about the Brain Over Binge ebook, which is a really great book. I have it linked in the description box below. Great book. The Recovery Guide, I think, is a very amazing resource, something you can read right after you read Brain Over Binge. I do think you need to start with Brain Over Binge, but anyway, the book was talking about how your blood sugar can get really messed up if you have binged. And I have found that to be true, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Let's say, for example, let me paint a picture. One night you binge, and then the next morning when you wake up, you have that false hunger, just that really ravenous feeling of hunger, even though your stomach may not be actually that hungry, because hello, it's probably still full of food from the night before, but your hunger signal is just ravenous. It's sending you signals of like, eat the house, like just eat the whole world. And that's, to me, what happens after I have a day of binging. The next day, my hunger levels are so crazy. And the book, Brain Over Binge Recovery Guide, has a section on that where it talks about that's your blood sugar being out of whack. And she was like, it seems counterintuitive, but she's like, even just having a small amount of juice, like orange juice, can help your blood sugar get in a better place. I think instead of the juice, I think take it one step further and just have like a small snack, like 7 almonds and like half an apple, or a string cheese and a small orange. Like that to me would be better because it gives you protein, fat, the fiber fueled sugars of the fruit. And so I think that would be even better. So I took it one step further, even though she's like small amount of orange juice. I'm like, instead of juice, let's go with like a whole food snack. In Bright Line Eating, they don't like to call them snacks. They like to call them extra meals, like 4th meal, 5th meal, whatever. So let's now get into that. The next resource that I've been consuming this week is I do have the membership to the Bright Line Eating app/website, and I just paid the $39.99 for the month, and I'm down with that. Like, take my money. Great resource. I have been really enjoying the 5th Bright Line coaching calls with Dr. Joy. If you haven't signed up for the membership, I think they did offer, maybe they're still offering a free month. I don't remember. I apologize. But for me personally, I do think it is worth the money because the resources on there are great. I do enjoy consuming content from Dr. Susan Peirce-Thompson, the founder of Bright Line Eating. Dr. Joy in particular, if you look her up, her credentials are insane. Like, she just I can't even tell you, it's just so much stuff. She's done so much, and it's just very impressive, and I enjoy her coaching calls. So I've been listening to the one that was broadcast on November 8th. It was recorded. It's about 2 hours long, and I'm only like 20 minutes in. She's already coached like 3 people. Super helpful what she said already. And she said a statement that I wanted to share with you, which is, after binge eating, after you've suffered from binge eating, especially for an extended period of time, your hunger and fullness signals are dysregulated. And I resonated with that because that's what I'm talking about. The day after a binge, like my hunger signals like crazy. It's way out of whack. Like, it's not even real. Her advice, her big advice that she comes back to a lot is to add extra food to the Bright Line Eating Plan, especially for those of us with binge eating disorder, have a 4th meal and possibly even a 5th meal. And I think that's important because for me, more frequent eating can prevent the binge thoughts. Because for me, unfortunately, with my binge eating disorder, if I have come off of binging and I'm trying to stay bright, like if I feel feelings of hunger, it's like that's when I start having the what the heck effect, where I start thinking, oh, I'm starving and I'm gonna die if I don't have food. That's where the problem for me comes in. So I really think that her advice about the 4th meal and possibly even the 5th meal is helpful. And for me, the food plan that I've been trying to aim for, which I will be honest, I haven't been able to hit, but I plan for it. And I just think that it's more doable for me and more sustainable. It's that I do 4 proteins, 3 fats, 2 grains, 2 veggies, 2 fruits. That's how I've been doing it. I do it kind of like the LA weight loss plan. I don't know if any of you have ever done that, but it's like they give you a little booklet that you bubble in like each food group that you eat or plan to eat. And that visual cue is like helpful for me. So I draw like a P with 4 lines. fat with 3 lines, and then I just start checking off, like, as I plan my food, like I'm making sure I'm fulfilling all of these things. So that to me, I think, is better. When I come off of binge eating, I've got to have a lot of food and I've got to eat snacks, even though they call them meals, because they say no snacking in Bright Line Eating, so they want to honor that mantra. I call it a snack. It's a snack.
Okay.
For me, the advice that I've always given people and the advice that I try to take for myself is, coming off of binge eating, I need to plan really extra yummy food for my food for at least 3 days, because if I have something planned that doesn't sound good to me and appealing, like in the moment, I know Dr. Susan talks about, like, you've got to be automatic and you've got to have that automaticity of eating only and exactly what you planned the day before. But for me, I've not once been able to stick to that. So I just said, okay, Angela, that doesn't work for you. It's a great strategy. I wish it would, but you never follow through with what you commit. So just be one of those people that flies by the seats of your pants and then just has the food ready and available and whatever. I have to choose things that sound good. And I've noticed that I always try to aim for something really healthful. Like, my protein is quinoa and my veggies are a straight up raw salad. I've learned that I just shouldn't do that. Like, I have to plan like something yummy that's one of those, fake things like cauliflower pizza. Do you know what I mean? Like, it needs to be like extra yummy sounding and appealing. I can't even think of a dish right now. Oh, broccoli and cheese soup from the Natalie All Batch cookbook. Like, something like that sounds good to me. So I have to have food that I look forward to eating, because if it's food that I dread eating, like a raw salad with quinoa, I'm just like, I'm not in the mood. Once I pass like a week or two, then that food starts being yummier because my taste buds change. But at the beginning, I'm like, man, I've done that. Literally this week, I packed a raw salad with quinoa 3 days in a row. I didn't eat it. And I was like, I think it's because it's quinoa and I'm not in the mood. So lessons learned and hard won. I hope that this is helpful for you. If it is, comment below. If you have any strategies that have been helpful for you with your binge eating disorder, if you have that, or if you've learned anything about blood sugar over the years that have worked for you, I would love to hear it. Sharing is caring. We've got to share the struggle with others so that the burden is lessened. Meantime, I love you. I'm wishing you the most success in your weight loss journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.